Hey, you're finally awake.
That I am. What's up, guys? Welcome to yet another challenge run. Today, we're branching out from Cyberpunk and diving into one of my all-time favorite games, Skyrim. I'm sure most of you already know a lot about this game, but maybe some of you don't know, and we'll get to find some of the, features this game has that just make it a joy to play. I'm sure you've seen the thumbnail by now. I'm going to be playing through this as if I was Palpatine. Which means the only spell I'm going to use the entire game is Sparks. If you don't know, Sparks is literally the worst lightning spell in the game, but it is the most Palpatine-like spell, so it is what I'm going to use to get through the entire game and finally beat Alduin with. With all that being said, let's get into the video. After spending way too much time in the character creator trying to make my character look like Palpatine and making sure to get a class that gives me a slight buff to destruction, we get into the intro. Since we apparently were just trying to cross a border illegally, now we're getting executed. So, right before the execution can take place, a nice dragon shows up, interrupting the whole thing, and we end up getting out of there. Now, because I am trying to get through this game as fast as possible, I am going to be taking a lot of speedrun strats and just, test my skills at them, see if I can do them. And I epically failed the very first one, falling off the tower, literally almost dying. After running through this section like normal and siding with the Stormcloaks, I get my bonds cut, and because I'm only allowed to use the spell Sparks, I decide to let Rayloff just go to town on these guys. I believe in you. You got this, bro. Nice, nice. Nice. Now, I know just a couple rooms in, there is a prison cell that has a dead mage on the other side of it that has the spell Sparks for me. So once I get there, I'm going to be able to use magic to its fullest ability. I get the spell and the robes and start to push my way into the first combat here and find that these people are dying very fast and forgot to check my difficulty. I decided to just put it to expert because it is my first challenge run at this game. I don't really want to go too hard yet. I then decided I want a couple levels under my belt, so I decided to take advantage of one of Skyrim's great features, sneaking next to this bear into a wall, and I may have left my game and went to lunch and came back a little later. Hopping back into the game and seeing that my sneak is up to 55, I decide that's probably far enough. I decide to kill the bear and then jump into the open world. Taking the knowledge I know of this game and how to absolutely destroy it, I decide to run straight to Whiterun, pay for a carriage ride to head out to Dawnstar, and take advantage of this hidden chest in the ground. I make my way into Whiterun, decide to sell a bunch of the stuff to kind of have a good amount of money to deal with here, and then go meet up with the Jarl to have him give me the quest to start up the main quest line. I head to the enchanting table, disenchant all the enchanted gear I grabbed from the chest, and decide to then go take on the first main quest dungeon.
The Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna die. Alright. Palpatine, sneaking through caves. Oh, the cutscenes are glorious. Oh, you're kind of strong. Oh no! I should have let him pull the lever. It's comical. Okay. I love the traps. Oh. Hey, you want to follow me this way? Oh, no. Another restless? Here, I have something for you, bro. What an animation. Sucker. After slowly and painfully finishing off the final boss of this dungeon, I'm able to grab the Dragon Stone, and I decide to start working on what is going to be a end goal sort of situation. You'll see, it's hard to explain, it's better to just show it. I head to Dawnstar, and since the chest in the ground is actually the inventory of this vendor here, I go to cycle her inventory. And the easiest way to cycle someone's inventory in this game is to quick save, punch them, and quick load. It's either that or I wait like 7 days. This is just the faster version. Now, I'm going to be real here. What I was trying to do here, I actually thought I remembered how to do this certain thing correctly. I didn't. So I spent probably a good like hour or so grinding and doing this whole setup and stuff, trying to get stuff ready to find out I was doing it wrong the entire time. So we'll get back to talking about that in a bit here. Partway through me trying to do some shenanigans in the game the wrong way, I decided to follow up with the main quest and head to the Western Watchtower to go fight this dragon. If you couldn't tell, the Sparks spell is actually atrocious. It's really not that good of a spell. So I just kind of have to rely on the NPCs to put in most of the work for me. After sitting back long enough to let the dragon's aggro get centered more on the NPCs, I then follow up behind it and decide to just tick damage it with the kind of after effects that lightning has, and eventually the dragon finally died. With the dragon dead, I absorb the dragon's soul because
I am the
Dragonborn. Heading back into Whiterun, I decide to get back to what my goal was and then get shouted at from the Greybeards. I have a quick chat with the Jarl, and he tells me I should go head up and meet up with the Greybeards. And then I decided to get back to my shenanigans. Now, even though a lot of it is kind of worthless, there are moments like this where I do get things that are very important, like these bracers that increase the crafted potions. I'm able to now disenchant this and put it on different pieces of armor. I continued to do things wrong for a very long time and then decide I want to be able to have as much jewelry as I wanted, so I head over to this mini dungeon here right next to Whiterun that gives a very specific spell. Now, really quickly, I want to explain something that is going to mean a lot more later in this run that has to do with the different spell types of destruction. If you don't know, there are 3 types of magic in destruction. There is lightning, fire, and frost. Each one of these damages a different type of status bar on a character. Frost deals extra damage to stamina, fire deals extra damage to HP, and lightning does damage to your magic bar. The reason why this is important right now is because in this dungeon there happens to be another mage using sparks, and because I've been surviving off of sort of spam clicking to get additional lightning out, I can't get magic back if I'm getting electrocuted. No, 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 no. Lady, stop electrocuting me, please. Finally, gosh. After dying in this dungeon way more times than I'd like to admit, I finally get this spell that basically allows me to turn chunks of iron all the way into gold bars. This then allows me to craft as much jewelry and things that I need to do what I'm trying to pull off. I run around the open world, collect a bunch of crafting resources for potions. I continue to punch and cycle this vendor's inventory, looking for different soul gems and things like that, and continue to chase after this idea I have the wrong way. Now I'll quickly show you what I'm going for. You can see here I am creating a potion called Fortify Enchanting that is increasing my enchanting potency for a short period of time. I then chug said potion and enchant all of this armor, which you can do up to 4 separate pieces with potions are a certain percentage stronger. And I'm sure you can see where this is going. With armor that creates better potions, I make a potion that increases better enchanting, and you have a loop. However, this loop is actually capped in the game, and I forgot that there's an additional step to get this to pull off correctly. So I do this the wrong way for way too long. However, at the end of it, I do end with a necklace, ring, gloves, and helmet that all give 13% to created potions. Because at this point, I thought I didn't have enough stuff in place to basically do this loop for a long enough time, I decided I should just go grab some resources while I continue to pursue the main quest. So I begin to make my way over to the Greybeards. Since along the way I wouldn't mind leveling up destruction to get a little more potency out of my spell, I do decide to just fight basically everything I see, and that doesn't go so well for me. Hey, no. Yo, what? I really start tapping into my inner Palpatine. No. You will die. I get revenge on the spider and begin to make my way up the steps to the Greybeards. Oh, I'm screwed. Oh, I'm so screwed. Jeez. You're actually joking. I climb my way up the rest of the mountain, making it to the Frost Troll, and then cheese him by standing up on top of terrain, just kinda spam clicking lightning onto him to slowly kill him. And finally, I make it to the Greybeards, and they teach me the second word of Unrelenting Force. They show me probably my favorite shout in the game, Whirlwind Sprint, and with that they task me to go get a specific horn to continue the main quest. However, I still have unfinished business with my enchanting table. Making my way to Whiterun, I run into the Cultists. Oh hey, it's you guys. What's up?
You there?
Yep.
You're the one they call Drac.
Yep,
You're
that's
lying.
me. I do no damage. Here, come this way. The guards, I'm sure, will love to see you. Ouch. These guys. I'm scared. Nice. Did he fall through the ground? Bro fell through the ground. Okay, sure. Alright. With that done, I get back into the enchanting and alchemy, and I think that it's a problem with my level, so I do a little bit of level grinding, but come to the conclusion, I'm just doing it wrong, and decide to finally look it up and remember how to do this correctly. Now, in order to do this correctly, I need two things. One is a set of enchanted gear that has Fortify Alchemy. Luckily, I've already created that, and it's pretty decent stuff. The second is a Fortify Restoration potion. And in order to make one of those, I need a bunch of resources. So I begin to run around grabbing those resources, pulling a bunch of shenanigans like putting baskets on people's heads so they can't see me stealing. And because I need fish, I decide to give a go at the game's new ability to fish. I catch only one out of like the 40 times I cast it, so I give up on that pretty quickly. Instead of fishing with a pole, I start to fish with my hands and just swim through the water, collecting all the fish I need. And finally, I'm able and ready to pull off the shenanigans I've been trying to do from the very beginning. Now, let me quickly explain what's happening here. If you look at my armor, right now my created potions are going to be 13% more powerful. However, I create a Fortify Restoration potion using the fish and a salt pile. This increases restoration spells by 49%. Chugging this potion, I unequip and re-equip my armor, and now you notice that it's not 13%, but 19%. With that said 19%, I then create another potion, which now says 84% stronger. I chug the potion, re-equip the armor. I'm sure you can see where this is going. After doing this for quite a while, the numbers start to get kind of ridiculous. If you're curious, there is actually a cap. There's a certain point where the game can't calculate the numbers correctly and end up going negative. And my first attempt doing this, I hit that limit pretty quick. After restarting and getting it back up to the pinnacle, I then create some Fortify enchanting potions, which are increasing my enchanted items' potency by 1 million. With this enchanting potion, I create the only item I'm trying to create with this whole endeavor, which is Fortify Destruction, which reduces the cost of destruction spells by a percentage. And that percentage for me ends up being 204 million% cheaper. So if you couldn't guess, my spells are free now. It's good. Feels good, you know? Yes. Yes. This is how it was meant to be. Get him, Palpatine. Kill the crab. Now, could I craft some armor that gives me Fortify health to basically make me immortal? Absolutely. Am I going to do that? No, this is supposed to be a challenge run. However, I'm role-playing Palpatine, which means the unlimited power is very important here. And with that, it's time to jump back into the main quest and go after the horn.
Wipe them out. All of them.
Oh, this is gonna suck. This spell sucks so bad. Hey, yo, chill. Chill. Yes, it is I. Palpatine. Yes. Feel my wrath. This is taking so long. Oh, gosh. Yes. Beautiful. What's this gonna be like facing Alduin at the very end? Like, just this basic lightning spell? I think I'm gonna struggle a bit then. We'll see though. Nice. Okay, I'm level 30 destruction, so I can finally level up shock spells. I think the best part about this is that this is vanilla. You know what I mean? Like, completely just vanilla. Oh, look at him melt now. Ah. Oh, hey, ha, ooh, wow, okay. Oh no, the horn is in here? Who would have guessed? Turns out I was taken by this girl named Delphine, so we go meet up with her. She gives us the horn, but then begins to ask us for help dealing with the dragon incursion. However, she doesn't quite believe that we are the Dragonborn yet, so we have to go prove our worth to her by fighting a dragon. And here's where things get interesting. You remember that point I made about the fact that lightning spells drain magicka? Well, here's where that becomes important.
I didn't even know I could damage him this early. That's kind of nice. He's not breathing fire because I'm taking his magic away. What? I didn't know that they used magic. This is great.
No shot. That worked. No shot. I didn't realize they had magicka bars. Sorry, could you speak up? I'm absorbing a dragon soul. With that done, Delphine now trusts us and asks us to do a mission where we have to go invade the Thalmor. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I've played Skyrim for such a long time now and haven't paid attention to the dialogue for such a long time now. I don't even know what we're doing here, but I just know what to do in the quest. So we go meet up with this guy. We give him our unlimited power ring and, of course, our black robes because we have to cosplay. Get dressed all fancy, make our way into this party, ask a guy to make a distraction for us, end up grabbing our gear in a chest in the back, and start just melting everyone in this place. Very slowly, obviously. We make our way down into this secret prison and finish off the rest of the Thalmor, and I have a nice conversation with this guy. With the conversation done, Milburn shows up and he's been captured by the Thalmor, and I try to see if I can save him. Did I save him? I saved him. During our escape, we run into a frost troll, and just before Milburn can escape... Milburn, no! Died to the troll. Rough. Head back to Delphine and tell her about the guy Esbern that's being held up, and she says that she knows him and wants us to go rescue him. I then make my way into the Ratways under Riften. I'm able to make it to Esbern and convince him to come back with me and meet up with Delphine. With everyone together, Esbern tells us about a special power the Dragonborn used in the past to take down Alduin and says that we should go find that power to use for ourselves once again. He states that it might be rumored to be found on this wall that is up in this mountain. Basically, we just have to go into this cave, look at this wall. Esbern says go do things. So I pay for a carriage ride to Markarth, which is the closest location, and run my way over to this dungeon. On my way there, I end up running across a dragon, and wouldn't you know it, when I get there, it spawns another dragon for me. So yeah, that's great. Mind you, the enemies at this camp, the Forsworn, are no pushover themselves. So this is quite a tough fought battle.
Hey. Well, this is This isn't what I expected. Hey, no. You should just about be out of magic. Elder dragon? It's an elder. Oh my god. Oh shoot. I hate finishers so much in this game. Stop. No. Oh, I'm screwed.
Excuse me? Bro flapped his wing at me and I was like, such a frail old man.
I hate. Die. Just die. Please. Oh, finally. I am champion.
Finally making our way into this area, we get through all the little puzzles and make it to Alduin's Wall, where we find out about the shout Dragonrend. In order to find out more about this, I decide to head over to the Greybeards and ask them if they know any information on this shout. The Greybeards then instruct me to go meet up with their true master and then give me a shout to clear the skies. After making it up to the top of the mountain, we end up meeting with their true master, Parthenax, the dragon. Parthenax then instructs us if we want to learn said shout, we need to then obtain the Elder Scroll Dragon. However, I've played this game enough, and to be real, I was kind of getting tired, wanted to wrap up this video, and because there's really not any more story beats after this, I employ some speedrun strats here. You see, in order to get this scroll, you have to go through this really, really long and extensive dungeon. It takes a very long time to get all the way through it, to get the things you need to do it all, and then eventually you make it to the very end, find the Elder Scroll, and then take an elevator out. However, that elevator still exists, and by running up to it, pushing your face into the corner, and looking around, you can activate a gear that then actually sends you down the elevator. It's literally so easy to do, it's kind of insane. After getting to the bottom of the elevator and getting to where the Elder Scroll is, I remember I need a specific cube. This cube can be found on a specific NPC, and because I know exactly where he's at, I just run straight there. Now, in order to get this cube, the actual fastest and easiest way to do it is to just pickpocket him and just take it from his inventory. So I grab the cube off his inventory and make my way back to where the Elder Scroll is. I solve this really weird puzzle that I honestly still don't really know what I'm doing. Grab the Elder Scroll and make my way back to the top of the mountain and get ready for the fight with Alduin. Through this Dragon Scroll, we watch the past Dragonborn fight against Alduin, and in their desperation and lack of strength and ability, they end up banishing Alduin and actually sending him to the future, which is our current time. I think that's what the story goes. I don't remember exactly. Anyways, during this whole thing, we end up hearing and learning the shout Dragonrend. And as the flashback ends, we enter the fight with Alduin.
You are too late.
Just gotta take away his magic. Is this really how this fight's gonna go right now? He keeps trying to breathe fire, but he can't because I'm using electricity. No shot. This is how I win against Alduin the first time. Oh my gosh. I'm striking with all my force, Tharthanax. After all, I am Chancellor Palpatine. The true Emperor. Yeah. Go fly away and I'll kill you in the afterlife dimension, whatever crap.
Outlast you.
Okay, see ya. Have a good day now. Man, good fight, Parthenax. You really put up a good fight there, you know?
Now, because we don't want to repeat what the heroes of old did, which is basically just banishing Alduin rather than actually taking care of him and killing him, we want to then go find him in this sort of afterlife dimension. I don't really know exactly what it is, to be real, but basically we want to go find Alduin in a place where we can actually kill him, because apparently in our world he's immortal. However, in order to do so, we need to get information from one of the dragons that was sort of brought back by Alduin. Anyways, we need to capture a dragon. In order to capture a dragon, we need to use the Dragon's Keep in Whiterun. But in order to use the Dragon's Keep in Whiterun, the Jarl wants peace between the war, because there's currently a war going on right now between the Empire and the Stormcloak Rebellion. Thus begins everybody's favorite part of the Skyrim main questline, where you have to talk with the leaders of both the Rebellion and the Empire, get them to sit down in a room together and sit and have politics for like 15 minutes straight. It is literally the longest, most boring part of this game that I don't know how to explain how just boring it is and how like ridiculous. Anyways, you go through the whole political thing, you listen to the whole conversation and end up resolving the war and come to a temporary truce, so that way this guy is chill with you using the Dragon's Keep to then capture a dragon. After capturing said dragon, the dragon agrees that he will fly you to where Alduin is basically hiding out, and so you hop on his back and get out of there. Arriving in Sovngarde, you basically have to push your way all the way to where there is a portal to then enter this sort of other dimension. Now, what you're supposed to do is go through this really long dungeon that is full of Draugr that are actually like really high level. They're throwing shouts at you all the time. There's Death Lord Draugrs. There's just a lot of really, really high level things, and they're kind of a pain to deal with. Or you can do the Skyrim thing and just jump up a mountain and then make your way around to the entrance of the portal, which is just at the top of the mountain. And if you're fast enough, you can just run into the portal before this mage at the entrance decides to close it, thus getting to the final bit to fight Alduin once again. After working our way through Sovngarde, we make our way to the heroes that are at this like big feast table. It's basically like Valhalla, and ask for their help in finally defeating Alduin. And with these heroes of old at our side, we take on the final fight of the main questline and finally go after Alduin. Can you guys hurry up? Alright, where you at, Alduin? Let's go. Got him. Sucker! You're going down!
How'd you get way over here? Well, you know, this isn't exactly how I pictured the last fight with Alduin going. But you know, I'll take it.
That's right, Alduin. You're dead. How'd I do? Looked like he spit on me. I look so menacing right now. Yes, it is I, the Emperor. Well, there it is, guys. Thanks for watching this. Just, I don't know, weird idea I had. I thought it'd be fun to just play through this game with only a base spell and then, you know, roleplay a Chancellor Palpatine, because why not? I honestly would love to do a lot more Skyrim stuff and maybe even Fallout in the future, so make sure to throw a like down below and a comment letting me know what you thought. Do you want more stuff like this, more like role-playing, or do you want more like straight-up challenge runs like I did in Cyberpunk, where I choose maybe a weapon type and beat the game with only that? Honestly, I'm down for anything. I love Skyrim, I love Fallout, so it'd be fun to play through those games again. Anyways, thanks everybody for always tuning into my channel and supporting my content. See you guys in the next one. Oh, jeez. It didn't actually save. That's funny. Okay. Goodbye.